Hey, get them on. Tell them the young girl alive, right? We had been on a couple of days. We were trying to put them tapes together for you, man. Them Ashtar command tapes. Cause we writing on another, writing on a book, man. The Sananda phone book. Get them on. Tell them the young girl alive, man. Hey, hold on. We finna get ready to talk. Just a minute, man. Hey, we live, man. We in the building. I hope y'all checked out those Galactic classes we just put out, man. Been working on those for the last couple of days, trying to get everything lined up. Y'all get in the building, man. Hit that cash app, man, and that subscribe button, man, and that like button if you're in the building. We're about to get ready to talk a little something. About to do a closing remarks. Closing remarks. If you watch those Ashtar command tapes that we just put out, Sananda phone tapes, you up to speed on Ashtar command. Because people was asking me, man, is Ashtar command with us? You know, is Ashtar command with us? Hey, free Larry Hoover, man. Free Dr. Malachi Z. York, bro. Baba, aka Yanoon. We in the building, man. Get him on. They thought the young L was gone, man. Say young L had been on 3-4 days, man. They were drinking that Coalfield. Right. So we on right now just to give you a synopsis of the Ashtar command tapes we just put out. Let me take this Bluetooth off. We're gonna be live tomorrow with the brother Rod Haynes. Right, I'm trying to say it's Rod Haynes. We're gonna be live tomorrow with the brother Rod Haynes, and we're gonna be going over a couple of documents. So you want to tune in for that tomorrow. We've been out for the last couple of days. I know y'all wonder why I ain't come back the last 2-3 nights and do the live, because I was working on those tapes, because I said I was gonna get them out. I had to get them out before the week was out. We got some more tapes coming out next week on Sananda, out of the Sananda phone book. Right? 40. Hey, hit that like button, hit that cash out, man. Send your brothers donations. If you checked out that Ashtar command tape, you know them joints hot. Cause we broke a lot of stuff down in there of how Ashtar command is galactic criminals. They broke galactic law because of interference, trying to have their own agenda, right? They jumped time, right? From 1930, they came here 7,000 years ago, and they were the ones who influenced Yaku to create this, the same thing as the Aryan race way back then, right? Hold on. Yeah. So they were the ones who came here 7,000 years ago and influenced Yaku, right, the big head scientists, to create this superior race. And they got their butts kicked back then. Every time they tried to interfere, they broke galactic law by coming in and doing this. So they tried to interfere back then with Yaku, and they tried to come into our land and take over. Right? Hold on. So they interfered then back then. And then they came along, they came back in 1952, right? This is when they met up with the dude George. And then they say, oh, we got to fix something. We got to adjust history. So they jumped back in 1932 and try to talk to the channel to the Third Reich, right? Adolf Hitler now. And they put in Adolf Hitler them head the same thing they put in Yaku's head, right? To make this superior race, right? And Hitler, they worked hard. They worked hard as they could, right? To try to create this super race. But when they got to the Olympics, we already put the tapes out. If you didn't see the tapes, after we get through doing this live, I want you to go back and check out those Sanana Foon classes on Ashtar Command, because we break down all the information about Ashtar Command on those tapes, right? And like I say, hit that like and hit that subscribe button if you're in the building. We're gonna be going live tomorrow with the brother Rod Haynes, right? So you're gonna want to tune in for that, right? So they asked him why the young elder ain't been on for a couple of days. Like I just said, we was working on those tapes, trying to get them out. And I've been writing every day. I'm trying to finish these. I got them writing on like 3 or 4 different books at one time. And the one that's coming to me faster is the book of Sananda Foon. The book of Sananda Foon is coming to me real fast because I'm writing like almost a chapter a day. So for the last 2 days, but it took me 2 days to write the chapter on Ashtar Command. And I just put it out. So we writing the chapters and we put them out at the same time. Right, writing them chapters and hey, get him out of here, baby. Go on in there, Hakeem. We writing on that book every day, so we're trying to get that joint hot. That joint gonna be hot. We're trying to get it out, man. And we're in the process of getting all the pictures drew up so we can actually copyright this book and start selling it on Amazon and other websites. We're getting all the old books, all the pictures redrawn, so we won't get copyrighted when we get published. So we can't publish those old books because of the pictures. So that's why we were just really giving it out for free and taking donations for it. Right. So now I'm in the process of getting all those pictures drew up by artists, right? So we can actually start publishing some of the books online, right? So yeah, Ashtar Command is Galactic Criminals. Everybody was asking, what is these beings' connection with us and all this, right? They here with a white power agenda. They here with a white power agenda, man. Right? They're not here to benefit us. They are herders. Ashtar Command are herders. They here to help herd the 144,000. Because you got to keep in mind, Alelu made the deal with the Dragonian reptilians. With that tape, Mansa Musa files, watch that tape, watch all 4 of those tapes, the Mansa Musa files. And you'll see that we had a business here where we were mining gold, right? We were mining gold and we had a business set up, but Alelu interfered with that. And these people were eating humans, right? So we had to break that down in those tapes. And Lelu them, as we explained in the Ashtar Command tapes, got trapped in the Ashtar Command shells. So it's really it's the same, but the Dragonians told Alelu they made a contract with him, and if he reneged on the deal, that they were gonna start back eating his people. So he's here to fulfill that contract, but he had to do it in Ashtar Command shells. So they come off as friendly, and we here to help, and we here to help with your ascension and all this other crap. But the whole time they here running game. and they was the ones that helped Hitler with the technology, because you do notice from in the 1900s is when the planet just all of a sudden had this burst of technology. And it was a lot of extraterrestrials, like the certain groups of Greys, because certain groups of Greys, after Adolf Hitler, they started connecting with the United States government and started giving them different technology, like the laser type technology, during the Star Wars project and all that, Ronald Reagan, right? Star Wars project. And they set up all these different things. But Ashtar Command, they're confused. They're the confused neutrals. They don't know whether they with us or whether they not. One minute they want to help us, the next minute they say, screw y'all, we only here to help our people. And like I told people, I'm not here for everybody. I'm only here for the children of the Anarchy. We're not here to save everybody. We're not here to give everybody the information. We're only here to give a certain group of the people who are our children the information, so they had a necessary information to be able to leave and get on the rocket ship with us. But we leave the treaties, and keep in mind, I'm gonna do a tape next week called Galactic Treaties, but I'm gonna talk about it a little bit right now. There are treaties and contracts on this planet. The planet is being protected right now because of the Anarchy's children is here, right? Hey, be sure to hit that Cash App and subscribe button, man. I put that Cash App in the link, man. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Hey, hook your brother up, man, because they sabotage my Google account, man. So we still waiting on that to get straight, man. Yeah, so it was treaties made, and the treaties was to protect this planet for a certain time, and that time is up in 2030. So you got 8 years to the treaties up, and then we got 13 years after that before the mothership Numeru, the vortex, open up in 2043, and we leave out of this galaxy again and go back to Lyra again. So we here to we got to raise, but in order to leave with us, your consciousness got to be to a certain level. Most humans only use 10% of their brain. You actually use about 40%, really, because when you go to sleep, you're able to do astral traveling and all that, and you actually can. If you go watch the movie Lucy, it'll give you an idea on the brain percentage, right? And 10% of your brain capacity, you like retarded to us. Right, and then as you know, at 40%, you're able to shade shift, change your appearance, change your hair color, change your clothes, and all that, right? And because you can do this in your dreams, so you actually use about 40% of your brain voluntarily when you go to sleep. Now, some people might disagree with that, and they say online that that's not true, but it is true, because if you was using more than 10% of your brain while you awoke, you would have your full telepathic abilities, your full telepathy, your full clairvoyance. You have all your higher senses. You have all your higher senses working if you was using about 25% of your brain. I think a dolphin use about 7%, and a chimpanzee use about 6% of their brain. So, and a cow use about 5%. We put all this in the Ascension manual, right? Talk about the percentages of the brain. So we gotta get your brain working at a higher speed. We gotta speed your vibration up, because the planet is speeding up too. A lot of people are gonna get took out because they ain't gonna be able to handle the frequencies that are coming into the planet. There's a whole bunch of solar flares, the photon belt. We talk about that in the Sananda Sananda's message. Part 1 and part 2 about the photon belt. See, when you heat things up, you speed the vibration of it up. So the planet is heating up, and the vibration, it's gonna be a hot summer. It's gonna be a hot summer this summer, right? So the vibration of the planet is actually speeding up, and you're gonna have more natural disasters due to the planet going back to the 0 point. We talked about that too. Is it right? It was at 23.5 degrees to the left, and then I was just slowly going back to its straight up and down to the 0 point. At this point, the planet will be completely back in the 5th dimension. And your bodies are going, the bodies that got the kids that are being born now are going to be born with 3 chromosomes. So if it's a boy, it's going to be XXY. If it's a girl, it's going to be XXX, right? So some of the kids now are going to be born with 3 chromosomes because those kids are now getting the super advanced bodies. They're going to get bigger, stronger organs, stronger hearts, because your heart got to be beating at a certain, when it get hot, your heart beat fast. When you outside, you sweating, it speeds your heart rate up. And your heart is beating at a certain amount of times in a minute. But your heart, that's going to triple that's going to triple the rate of your heart speed. It's going to triple. Like you say, if you're running and then your heart rate pick up, your heart rate going to be like that at a normal level, right? Because of those planets speeding up its vibration. Your body is going to get lighter. That's why everybody's getting smaller. Baba already broke this down a long time ago. A long time ago, people used to be bigger. Like my granddad, he wore a size 13, 14 shoe, right? My dad, and as the years went on, people got smaller foot. So we're getting smaller physically, but our brain is getting we get more mental than physical, right? So that's what's happening right now with the sun heating up. And we already broke down the solid liquid gas state. Because if you take a block of ice and you put it on a fire and you put heat to it, it's going to speed the vibration of that block of ice up to a liquid, right? So you're going into the liquidary phase, which is what the angelical beings do here. You're going more into liquid, to where your body is going to be more water than 85%. It's going to be close to 90-some% water in a new vibration, speeding up, because you're going to have a certain amount of water in your body to withstand the heat that's about to hit the planet. And some of the old technologies got to go because it's not going to make it, like the computerized, the cars with the computers in it, they're going to all crash out. That's why beings like Elon Musk came on the scene. Elon Musk is a theologian from Mount Sasha, right? And he came to the surface, started presenting some of this new technology that's about to get ready to come out. Bill Gates is the one responsible for some of the computer systems. He's a frugal lord, and those frugal lords, that's the draftation of Yaku. Yaku took beings from the Hindus on the instructions of the Ashtar command and started breeding lighter to the lighter. Elijah Muhammad broke it down. Baba broke it down. Started did a genetical breeding to where he can make a lighter people. And these people, the end result, after 6,600 years, is the frugal lords, which is, if you watch the cartoon Flintstones, that's about the frugal lords, the Flintstones, with Fred Flintstone and Barney and all of them, right? The cavemans. But some of the frugal lords came to the surface. And keep in mind, they were already dealing with the computer. It's a computer. When we came here, one time when Riz came here millions of years ago, a little bit after we designed the center of the planet, right? Shambhala, Ariga, right? These big head beings, they went down now and built a supercomputer called Mech. Bible talk about this in the Holy Tablets, right? The supercomputer Mech. And the frugal lords, they didn't deal the Danaco. No, it's different. This computer is a huge computer. It's got like that database made out of crystals. I break that down in Galactic 15. So you get Galactic 15, man. Chapter 15 on the Galactic Family of Life. We break that computer down. It's working on yottabytes, because you got gigabytes, megabytes, right? You're working on gigabytes right now on your phone. 5G. 5G stands for 5 gigabytes, right? And then you got yottabytes is dealing with a level 9. The highest level is yottabytes, right? So this computer works off yottabytes have been stored on crystals. So the new phones in the future are gonna be just like a piece of glass, and they're gonna have hologramic technology. We're gonna go into the hologramic technology, right? The hologramic technology On the new phones, you're gonna be able to talk to. I think the dude that owned Apple before he passed away had already brought some of this technology to the surface, and he was a part of the Telosians too. The dude that used to own Apple, or they own Apple, he was part of the Telosians, right? To bring some of this technology, this hologramic technology, where you're gonna be able to hologram a keyboard. Your keyboard gonna be a hologram on your table, and when you're talking to somebody, it's gonna be a 3D image that come up out of your phone, to where you can actually, it look like they standing right there. And the video games, everything's gonna go into 3D, right? That's what's about to get ready to happen. And the electric cars, the electric cars is already out. Yeah, but Bill Gates is a frugal lord, right? Who came out to create the computer, because the computer really was to slow your brain percentage down. Because as long as you stop calculating stuff in your head, and then you can use a computer to calculate it. It really slowed you down, because your brain is a computer, right? The 15 elder already broke that down on a couple takes back, right? Your brain is a computer. So by you having a computer to work on, it slows your brain percentage down from being increasing, right? We're not getting off the subject of the Ashtar Command being galactic criminals. They didn't blow so many galactic laws by now. It's a shame, right? And they're galactic criminals, right? And they on the run right now, because judgment time is now. Mother Nubaru is like a police station, and it's here right now to bring judgment to your solar system, to your planet. And Ashtar Command got the hell out of here because they galactic criminals, and they will be held accountable for helping Adolf Hitler, right? They jump time. Time jumping is against galactic law, especially if you don't got a passport from a new to do so from the Galactic Council of Life. You don't got a passport, and the Proconians are the people that's supposed to be responsible for capturing people who break time. That's why they came out with the movie Jumpers, right? And if you notice, they have Samuel Jackson in that movie, and his hair is blonde, because he's supposed to be a standing representation of the Proconians, who were hired as galactic police to stop people from time jumping and altering time. Although we got the Book of Life called a trial. It's got a trial out of Constitution, which is the Akashic records. We saw them going into alter time, and we made preparations for that, which is why all of their plans never worked. When they plans with Yaku, it didn't work. They plans with Adolf Hitler, even though Adolf Hitler had most superior technology, he still lost in the end, right? So they plans didn't work because we set up preparations to stop them from doing what they was gonna do. So people were asking me, who are the Frugal Lords? The Frugal Lords is a drafted race out of the Hindus, done by Yaku, the big head scientist. He was half Teru, half Danako. His father, Yishak, was the brother of Lord Fieldcore, who is the ruler of Center Earth right now. The chancellor of Center Earth before him was Lamu. Lamu is Anu's baby brother, and Mother Huber's baby brother. He was over Mars when Mars was a moon of this planet, and then he took over Center Earth. They gave him the seat of Center Earth for a while. Before him, Ariskagel and Ariskagel ruled the Center Earth before him. Then after Ariskagel was Lamu. Then after Lamu is now the new chancellor or commander of the Center Earth. Right? I shouldn't say commander because we don't really use them terms. But the chancellor of Center Earth right now is King Fieldcore, who is the leader of the Danakos. Right? So we want you to take, we want you to check them tapes out, man. If you ain't checked them some on the phone classes on Ashtar Command, make sure you check those tapes out, because it's actually breaking stuff down in detail about Hitler. And Hitler thought Hitler done worked 3 years, right, from 1933 to 1936 on a super race. And Hitler thought that them people were strong and they the baddest people on the planet. But they didn't stand up to a little old country boy out of Ohio by the name of Jesse Owens, who dusted their ass at Berlin at the 1936 Olympics game. Hey, he left them by 2 car links. He dusted Adolf Hitler's super race by 2 car links, right? Because remember, I told you, go back and get that return of the Anarchies when I broke down the different bloodlines, right? And keep in mind, like I said, we're gonna be on live with the brother Rod Haynes tomorrow, man. Probably on live about around 3 or 4 o'clock tomorrow with the brother Rod Haynes, and we're gonna be breaking down certain documents. So if you got any questions, make sure you leave them in the comments on this page, on this tape, and I'm gonna write them down. So when the brother Rod Haynes come on tomorrow, I can ask those questions for you while we on live, right? So you can get those questions answered. Because brother Rod Haynes got a good, giving everything from his perspective. Another piece of the puzzle, making it clear. Like I'm gonna be going live next week. I got a couple of classes. I'm gonna be making things clear. Like I got one called breaking down what the brother Rob Haynes said. I got one called I still gotta do the Fall of Yellow Brick Road tape, which I supposed to did a couple of nights ago. But a new told me to take a break and you know, and go ahead and finish the Ashtar command tapes, because that's a piece to the puzzle. So we really just building you up, give you all the pieces so you can put all of it together so where it can be made clear. Because everybody was wondering, how did Adolf Hitler get this technology, right? A lot of the saucers that they had captured at Area 51 was some of the ones they had brought from Antarctica from Adolf Hitler, right? Adolf Hitler had created about 40 or 50 of these saucers that worked off anti-gravity. And some of those ships that they captured were the Third Reich or Adolf Hitler and them ships they brought over, and they was trying to get reverse engineered. And some of them were ones that they shot down with a direct energy weapon. One of them was the one they shot down in Roswell, or a little bit out of Roswell, with a direct energy weapon. And some of them was ships that was trying to come in through the top of the hole, because they guard that hole at the top, the North Pole, because it's a hole going to the center of the Earth. That hole is heavily guarded by the Dark Fleet, which is now, it used to be just Hitler and them, but they Hitler and them got took over, and now it's a world government called the United Nations, right? They actually guard that hole. So any aircraft that come in and they don't disguise themselves by putting a cloak on, a cloaking device, is what is make their ship invisible. It bends. What it does is, because you see, the reason why you're able to see is with light. So the cloaking device is a technology that makes light bends around, make light a bend around a craft. So it pretty much becomes invisible. So a lot of people come, a lot of extraterrestrials come here to visit the center of the Earth, because it's a school in the center of the Earth. It's a library. It's different things in the center of the Earth where people come here to visit. And when they come here, if they don't do a cloaking device, they end up getting shot down by this direct energy weapon, getting their ship captured and taken to Area 51, which really is S4 Groom Lake, which is about a couple miles from what they call Area 51, hidden under the mountains, right? And they got another base in Utah, right? And they got another base in Australia, and they got another base on a secret island. They show a movie about that too. It's called The Secret Island, right? Where they got a base there and underground, and they got a base down in New Mexico, Albuquerque, New Mexico, a little bit outside of Albuquerque, New Mexico, called I forget the name, Los Alamos, I think is the name of it, right? And I was out there doing research for 6 months, maybe 8 months in New Mexico. I lived with the Native American Indian Navajos in New Mexico. Was doing a lot of research then in 2010, right? That's when I first came out. When Baba first told me to come out and start teaching, 2010, right? Hey, hit that cash out, man. If you want to send a brother a donation and show me some love, man, post it in the comments now. Hey, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Like I say, I had to check in with y'all, man, because I didn't want y'all to think that we faded out. But we faded out because we took a couple of days off, but we had to get those tapes out for you. And my favorite part is part 2. I like part 1 because I go in and talk about the planets and all that. But like I say, Ashtar Command is they for their white power, and they the ones that put it in these people's head, like what's the dude name that did the New York Tribune? I'll think of his name in a minute. But they wrote everybody dark-skinned people out of history, and they made everybody white. Right? They wrote everybody out, made everybody white. And they were also responsible, like I said, for the Yaku, putting the Yaku head to create this super race. They also responsible for putting the same information into Hitler's head. And we break all that down on the tape. We're gonna be on another 10 minutes. Just wanted to give you a quick update. We're gonna tune in tomorrow though, for that brother Rod Haynes tape. Rod Haynes tape is gonna drop tomorrow. We're gonna be live tomorrow, me and the brother. Hit that like button, hit that cash app, hit that subscribe, man. Hit the bell, man. Even though I believe sometimes they don't alert people when we drop, but at least we record live in the archives. You know what I'm saying? We're recording live in the archives. Ashtar Command are galactic criminals. They're responsible for breaking several galactic laws. If you want to know what the galactic laws is, scroll down the tape and go to I think it's Book of Extracurricular Part 3, where we break down galactic laws or the rules of non-interference on lower level beings. Ashtar Command is 5th dimensional beings, and it's against galactic law for you to go down and give technology or help these beings without permission. And they never did have permission. They took it up on themselves to try to for their own advancements to help Adolf Hitler. And that's against, so they broke galactic law. They are criminals. And they are being hunted down. We be hunting them down right now. And they will be held accountable. Right? They will be held accountable for what they did. And they wasted their time because we already had seen them going back to do it. So we made preparations to stop them. Like I said, that's why Adolf Hitler lost. Trying to create these super. He said that the Negroes in America are too powerful. They too. That's why all around the world, when they send our U.S. basketball team, we beat everybody. When they send our baseball team, we beat everybody. We dominate the so-called African American, and that's like that's really an oxymoron to me, right? But the so-called African American are the final product of the anarchists. We are the children of the anarchists, right? Who are supposed to leave here, but they trying to block us. We are the ones that's supposed to go back and return to the mothership Nuru, which is why y'all are the most intelligent Nubians on the planet is in America. The most athletic Americans on the planet is in America. What you think the LeBron James and the Michael Jordans and the Michael Johnsons and all these other guys are all about? They anarchists. That's why they put you are the King Kong. Like the Bible said, King Kong was a giant gorilla, right? Who had supernatural strength. And they called him Kong because they generated from Central Africa, saying talking about implying all people of color in Africa. And they captured King Kong, right? They captured King Kong and brought him over here to put him on stage. It's the same thing they doing to Negroes today. They put them on this stage. They put them in boxing arenas, right? They put them in basketball arenas. They put them on a basketball court, the football arenas, right? To make money off of them. Because they brought King Kong over here and put him in on stage and to make money off of him, right? So they brought you anarchy beings over here, and most of us is already over here. That's another thing too. That's another game. King Kong really was already over here. You know what I'm saying? Another thing I ain't gonna tell you in the story, right? So they use King Kong for show. Like Baba said, he'll let you in his party, but you're gonna be the clown, nigga. You're gonna be shining the shoes and serving up the punch. We got 126 people in the building. We just wanted to bring you an update, man, on Ashtar Command as galactic criminals. Like I said, if you ain't saw that tape, right? You ain't seen them tapes we just put out today, right? Go back and watch those joints. Watch them 2 or 3 times so you memorize the information so you can get it in your head. That's a piece to the puzzle, right? And we got more tapes coming out with Sananda Foon on the book of Sananda Foon, right? That was just, we gave you 2 chapters so far. A chapter about Ashtar Command, even though we got chapters like that in the other books. Like I say, I'm in the process of getting the illustration redone and getting all the spell checks and everything done, so we actually can publish them on Amazon. So we're working on that right now. So just stay tuned for that. What else we got going on? We're gonna be going live a couple times next week. Bring you tapes, and we got pre-recorded tapes already ready too, on certain things. Trying to see if make sure I covered everything before I get off. So I just want to come to you and talk to you about that, man. We want to thank you for tuning in. And we want to thank the brother Rod Haynes if you're watching. You know, because he brought another piece to the puzzle that we needed to make this thing clear. And never have it been made so clear, right? I know the brother Rod Haynes is one of us, right? Rob Haynes actually was doing this before I was doing it. Rod Haynes was doing this before I was doing it, because they got tapes of throwback tapes, old tapes. So the brother Rod Haynes been teaching. He just not now blowing up, right? Big, and you know, and we glad the brother getting with us so that we can make these things clear on this side of on the field. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Milton Parks. Yeah, the reptilians are the Ashtar Command answer to the reptilians. Because remember, I told you Laylu is she ran who they call an Ashtar. She ran who they call an Ashtar is really a Laylu. And a Laylu made deals with the Draconian reptilians, right? He got to fulfill that contract with the 144,000, or they gonna eat his people. So we dealing with the people who we dealing with overall up top is the Draconian reptilians, but they still look like us. Tynush and them look like us. I wish I could pull pictures of them up now. Tynush and Hala and them, they black devils. So they still look like us. So yeah, that's right when you say we're dealing with the reptilians. Now I ain't on Clubhouse. I don't even know how to get on Clubhouse with the brothers on Clubhouse, but yeah, Hitler too. Hitler, like we said in that tape, Hitler escaped and went to Argentina eventually and set up a cloning facility and began cloning himself. They put a movie out about it called Boys from Brazil. And Hitler died like in the 2000, like 2001, I think. Hitler stayed alive. I think he was like 73 or 74 when he died. So Hitler never did get killed. We broke that down in the tape though. I don't think we tell you that he died in 2001 or 2002, but we do tell you that Hitler lived. He was protected by a certain, because he's a part of a secret order, right? But the influence from the Ashtar Command is the breeding of these frugaloids, the blonde-haired, blue-eyed beings, because they are blonde-haired, blue-eyed beings, right? And then that's why Hitler was breeding the blonde-haired, blue-eyes, who he called the Aryans. And they end up getting, some of them end up getting out of here, going to the dark side of the moon and setting up a base. And they became known as the Dark Fleet. And they were going to they was using their technology. They had ended up Ashtar Command. I ain't tell y'all this part in the tape, but Ashtar Command later gave them some of the semi-zero point energy, which they started using to try to go to other planets. And when they was going to other planets, that's when the blue avians stepped in and put a force field around their solar system to keep them from getting out. And the people that was already outside of the solar system got trapped. And so they couldn't go in or out now because they was up for judgment, because they were going to steal different elements from other planets. They were going causing war on other planets. So the blue avians stepped in and put these ionic spears up. They created a force field around their solar system so they couldn't get out no more. So that's another thing. We're gonna talk about that in the chapter called the Dark Fleet. Sananda Foon, the Dark Fleet. I'm gonna break down the next level to what Hitler and them was doing when after they got on the moon. Because they was on the moon for like to like 2003, 2004 they was on the moon. And that's when George W. Bush stepped in and with the help of the rest of the world government and removed took out Hitler's fourth Reich on the moon, right? Because they were doing certain things up there, and they was mining helium-3 and drilling tunnels under the moon, right? Because once they start drilling and doing these things, they messing up stuff. They always messing with stuff they ain't got no business. They babies, and babies always messing with shit because they're curious. They're a young race, less than almost 6,000 years or less. They're a real young race, so they babies, and they always curious. They always climbing the top of a mountain. They always going down in the deep in the cave. They always trying to get to the deepest part of the ocean to see what's down there. They always curious because they don't know nothing. And so we had to put a lot of blocks on these people. And they even you got other extraterrestrials that stepped in too that really are connected with the Ashtar Command and Outer Barrens, who were refugees on Venus, like Val Thor and Elvis Presley and them. And Madame Monroe, she was Madame Monroe, her real name is Imogene, I think. She was a Venerian. They was all Venerians. And some of them even came here and tried to give Earth technology to help advance it. But the government wouldn't accept it. Or they accepted it, but they didn't put it public. They accepted it, but they didn't put it public, right? And so they gave things like the hybrid engine, they gave free energy, magnetic energy through Nikola Tesla, right? And some of these theologians, right? They connected with this. But they gave all this free energy, but it got scrapped and held underground. And they just kept on using burning fossil fuels, which is affecting the planet. So we could have been in the fifth dimension a long time ago, but the fourth dimensional reptilians don't want us to go past go to the fifth dimension because they won't be able to control us no more. So they blocked a lot of technology to keep us in the third dimensional phase. But now we're breaking free. The information, we're in the age of Aquarius. They only can hold us back. Earth is really behind. So that's why it's a certain amount of people gotta be took out because they too slow and they vibrate too slow and they holding the vibration of the planet up. So that's what the decreased population really is all about. It ain't really no crazy agenda. It's really Mother Earth being held back by these people who haven't evoluted to a certain degree of knowledge. They genetics haven't evoluted to a certain point, and they holding the planet back. So only the strong genetics, the new genetics will survive what's about to fall on the country and the whole planet. That's why, like, I heard Brother Phil Valentine on today talking about the solar flares and the photonic belt. We talked about that on the Sanana Foon tapes. So when you speed ice up, if you take a block of ice and you put heat to it, you speed it up to a liquid. Then if you keep heating it up, you speed it up to a gas. So now all the ice is melting on the planet. Antarctica is going to be completely melted. The North Pole is going to be completely melted. So the planet is going back to its tropical phase now. So that's what's happening. And that's part of the process of going to the fifth dimension. Go back, get them tapes we got out called the planet going to the fifth dimension and how to prepare for it. We got those tapes already out too. So we just want to bring you that information. Like I said, we're going to be going in more depth on these classes on Pacific subjects here coming up soon. I really want to go live to Tuesday, but the elders told me, our ancestors told me to come on and give y'all an update, let y'all know what was going on. So about to get ready to get off, man. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, share the tapes on your Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all your social media outlets, so we can get this information out here. We're not here to save everybody. We're only here to get our children. And everybody else is going to be frag game. And we're going to talk about that on the Galactic Treaties tape that we're going to put out next week. Because everybody here is going to be left. Everybody here that's left, that's not going with us, are going to be frag game. That's part of the contract. That's part of the treaties. Anybody that's not, we only sent here to get our children and to get their consciousness of those who's supposed to leave. Many are called, but few are chosen. So we only here to get our people. We're not here to save everybody. Everybody is not gonna get saved. It's only a certain amount of few that's gonna be able to go with us. So man, this is Young Elder signing out, and it's it's the end of this transmission. Peace, Islam, divine love, Ashtar, throughout the boundless universe, to all. We love you all.